I'll learn for a few minutes. The Mishnah in Rosh Hashanah. V'haya kasher yar Moshe yodei v'gavar Yisrael v'kasher yiniach yodei v'gavar Molech. It says that when Moshe Rabbeinu lifted up his hands, the Jewish people were successful and they won the war against Amalek. But when he put his hands down, Amalek, he won. And the Mishnah asks, it's Moshe Rabbeinu's hands that were making the war, breaking it. I remember a friend of mine, he had a question from a Rabbi about Nusach of Tefillah, different Girsos he found in different Sidurim from the same Kehillah. And then he said, the Rebbe answered, it doesn't make it or break it. In English he said like that. So it's Lashon HaMishnah. Oisis Mulchama, Shavris Mulchama. Eloim lachol zman shehayu so mustaklin klapa ma'alim, Mishabins libim levim, Mishamayim eskabrim, V'mlahavayim le'yoiflim. Rather, we should say like this. The whole time, when Klal Yisrael was looking up into heaven, and they were subjugating their hearts to their Father in heaven, that's when they would win. That's when they would overpower. And if not, then that's when they would fall. Similarly, we find in this week's Parsha, you can say, Hashem Moshe, Seilach Asarf, Simois al Nes, V'kol Nashuch V'ra'is V'chai. That Hashem said to Moshe, there was a plague of snakes that went out to attack the Jewish people. A lot of people were dying from these poisonous snakes. So Hashem said to Moshe, you should make, it says later, he made from copper a snake, a fiery snake, and you should put it up on a pole, and anyone who was bitten by it should look at it and live. We see today the symbol of doctors is a snake, because from our Parsha. But there's a question, the snake, a copper snake, that's what's causing to live or die? But rather, when the Jewish people, they would look up to heaven, they would subjugate their hearts to their Father in heaven, they were healed. And if not, they would knock down, they were lowered. We see from this that really the whole point of everything, we spoke earlier about the paraduma, that the hairs, 2 black hairs or 2 white hairs would passel the paraduma. The Rambam says, Hakol hoylech acharei ikar. Everything goes after the root, after the main point. That if the bottom of the hair, the ikar, the root, is red, it's considered red. And they would actually cut off the top, the black or the white top, so it should cosmetically appear to be red, the whole thing. Hakol hoylech acharei ikar. The ikar, it's HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is a munah. That's what everything's all about. All the mitzvahs we do, everything we do is an expression of the emunah that we have in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Without that, it's really worthless. If a person, chas v'shalom, is a kofer be'ikr, but he does mitzvahs, the mitzvahs aren't really worth too much, The whole point, the main point, is we have to believe in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and we have to subjugate our hearts to Hashem, then we can be successful, then we can win. Today was the yartzeit of a Yid, Elimelech Gavril Tress. They called him Mike Tress. And he was someone who saved hundreds, if not thousands, of nefashos of Klal Yisrael. Even he was sent by a Gedolim, even on Shabbos, to go to save lives, because that's what the main thing. Everything except for the Gimel Chamuris, the Pekuach Nefesh is doich everything. Shabbos, whatever it is. It would have tremendous chus. Kol matzel nefesh achas mi Yisrael, kilu matzel le'olam kulay. That's what he had on his letterhead. That's what he had the Mishnah in Sanhedrin. That anyone who saves one Jewish life, you save the whole world. One life, you save the whole world. The Yerushalmi says just one life, anyone. So he was Mekurah very much, even though they had different political views. He was Mekurah to Rabban shel kol b'nei Agoyla Satmar Rebbe schusi g'nei kol Yisrael amen. And a younger man asked him, the Rebbe, what do you have with this? A guy with no beard, what do you have to do with him? So Rebbe answered. A friend of mine, he asked an anicle from Mike Tress about this. He said, she backed this up, that the Satmar Rebbe, he said that, when someone gets to Olam Haba, a Yid like Mike Tress, they say, Yid, wie ist on board, or Neshama, wie ist on board, where's your beard? But someone else could come with a beard, and it could be, board, wie ist on Yid, board, wie ist on Neshama. The main point, where's the soul? Just, the exterior is good, and Baruch Hashem, we have people who have both, because the exterior, Satmar Rebbe also pushed the exterior. When he went to visit one yeshiva, he saw such choshev a bachim in galait, and he said he wishes that their chetzonius was matched their panemius. But sof kol sof, both are important. Baruch Hashem, we have people who are zeichet to shtei shulchanos. They have both the outside and inside. I'm preaching to a choir here, very choshev in galait and bachim here, and we appreciate that they're all here to help us. But that chizik and amunah, hakol hoylech acharei iker, everything going after the main point, the root, and that's what we have to focus on. The root is to have amunah, to be meshabes libim laviyim shebeshamayim. From that we can have hiskabris, from that we can have refuah, from that we can have everything we need. The exterior things are important too. We have to follow the Torah, but the reason has to be because that's what we have to look forward to, that's what we have to think about, that's what we have to focus on. Without that, what's it all worth? And in that schus we should be worthy to all the refuahs, sof kol sof. Chizkiyahu Melech, he was nignas the saraf and the choshes. It says in the Pesachim, and Chazal they were meshabeach him for that. Because if people focus too much on the exterior and forget about what's important, then we can lose the whole thing. The same thing comes with any mitzvah, and really, sof kol sof. That's what is something that we have to remember now. When there's so much, just before Mashiach comes, the tzaddikim say we're facing with so many problems, and with so many nisyonos, and that there would come fear and atheism into the world. You cannot focus on something physical and forget about that which is spiritual. Baruch Hashem is a big kiddush Hashem. The Yidden are making a statement that we do believe in the Torah, we do believe in that which is spiritual, and not just on the exterior things. When it comes to, like we had here in the Mishnah, that the people, the Milchama, it wasn't the Yad of Shel Moshe, it wasn't the Yad of Shel Yehoshua, and it wasn't any of the wars, it wasn't the swords, it wasn't anything, it was only Avinu Shebeshamayim. And now we're in Galus, we have to wait patiently for Mashiach to come, and we should be Zeiche to realize, like it says, Ein lo al mi l'shoin ala Avinu Shebeshamayim. That's what we have to focus on. And we can gain that through mitzvahs and through learning Torah and through doing all these things. Not chas v'shalom, we shouldn't do them. We have to do them, but do them with emunah, with betochen, and with yiras shamayim, with recognition of why we're doing it. And that's chus. We should be zoichet to all the brachas and yeshus and the chamas and all the good things.